We're on the Avenue of Champagne at MICHEL Gonet to learn about champagne from 7th generation winemaker Sophie Gonet. What about Chardonnay is so special to you?
Because I'm born in the middle of Chardonnay. It's only Chardonnay grapes in the Côte des Blancs. Instead of blood, I have Chardonnay in my body.
MICHEL Gonet Winery is located in the Côte de Blanc, one of the most famous vineyard areas in Champagne. 95% of the grapes grown here are Chardonnay, and Sophie's winemaking process, from harvest through bottling, takes place here. We visited Sophie's vineyard and wine cellar to learn about her winemaking process and sample her champagnes. Next, she treated us to a once-in-a-lifetime, fully paired champagne dinner that she made from scratch to pair with her favorite bottles. Wow, was this an unforgettable day.
Welcome, Carole. So now we will have a tour on our cellar. Here you have the first place when the grapes arrive during the harvest.
The press is under here.
Yes.
And so you're pouring the grapes through this window down there.
Yes.
Okay.
So now we are going in the first floor to see the press.
Pressing the grapes happens almost as soon as they're harvested. But in Champagne there are strict rules, including that the grapes must be pressed slowly and in whole clusters. You never crush the grape at this process?
No.
So that's why it's like very slow
yes,
to preserve the entire grape?
Exactly, yes.
This is so fun. I could crawl in here and stay for days, as long as you're feeding me champagne. Champagne goes through 2 fermentations, and the first happens here. Sugar and yeast are added to the juice to create the first fermentation in stainless steel.
As I want a slow fermentation, it's come here. So here I can control the temperature of the juice.
Because this is temperature controlled.
Yes.
That is not. So you can completely control it.
Exactly. We added the yeast with sugar and then it's in bottle and we keep it in bottle over there.
Sophie has over 700,000 bottles of champagne in this cellar, aging for years before they are ready to be enjoyed. This is one of the most important steps in Méthode Champenoise. What I just learned from Sophie is that they then add sugar and yeast again. This is now the second time for aging on the lees. And this is the stage that's very Méthode Champenoise because it's having basically creating the bubbles in the bottles, right?
Yes.
Then you age it for between 2 and 4 years, depending. So no vintage, 2 years
Yes,
on
and for
lees.
vintage, 4 years.
4 years on lees,
Lees,
although
yes.
you prefer 4 years on lees.
Yes, of course.
Of
I
course.
prefer older wine.
The next step is riddling. To move the sediment to the neck of the bottle, winemakers can manually turn the bottles using this, a pupitre. But nowadays, it's common to use a riddling machine. In this exact machine, every 2 hours, the bottles twist a little and then rise a little.
Yes, it's good like this.
Ah, okay. And then in 8 days, boom, it's 100% vertical.
Yes.
And then all of the sediment is at the neck of the bottle?
Yes, yes.
Disgorgement is the removal of the lees. Sophie uses this machine to freeze the sediment and then blasts it out of the bottle, saving the maximum amount of wine inside. So right here, this freezes?
Yes, yes.
Finally, the dosage is added, a mixture of the original wine with sugar. You decide the sweetness level
here.
right here. This is the dosage.
Yes.
The amount of sugar determines whether the champagne is brut, extra brut, or brut nature. Sophie doesn't make anything sweeter than brut. Can we taste?
Okay, of course. Now it's ready to be drink.
Thank you for bringing me to this special room.
Yes.
Where are we?
But we are in the tasting room, you see. We can receive a small group, bigger group.
And I'm not sure if you can see, but the vineyards are kind of around us. They're
All around
360.
us. Yes.
360 vineyards. We just saw how this incredible wine is made, and then we went out and savored it. Thank you so much for that lesson. You can see that on another episode, and you'll see that's why this has been savored, the top of this bottle, and now we're here to taste it. One thing that I find so interesting is it's the 3 terroirs and it's Chardonnay. Does this show 3 expressions of Chardonnay in a really round way? Is that the goal of this wine?
It's a very full body wine due to the Mongueux. You have a lot of flavor due to Vendée, And with Méthode you have a long finish with nice aroma from the beginning to the end.
Whoa, whoa. That is truly elegant.
It's
wow. And I love right now the bubbles are still
yes, in the glass.
Still going up, and that's been quite a while after it's been poured. I can taste the age on it, but it is not overwhelming. And
no, it's still young.
It's still so young, and it's interesting because like the slightest like buttery brioche to me.
A little bit, yes. Like almond, roasted almond, but the beginning of the roasted almond.
Yeah, the beginning. Yeah, like bran.
It's more bread or brioche, yes.
It's really exciting. Are you happy with it?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Alone, it's not fun. It's something to be drink with friends.
With friends. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
After our tasting, Sophie and I head to her family estate in Epernay, the capital of Champagne. Here, she prepared dinner for us to be paired with vintage champagne, resulting in one of the most memorable meals of my life. Last night was amazing. This dinner was built to showcase champagne and taste vintage champagne and learn about the flavors of champagne. We started the dinner with an aperitif, Blanc de Blanc Grand Cru. It had the tiniest little delicate bubbles. Turns out that's how Sophie does her wine. Cheers, thank you, cheers. The first dish was SEABASS, loup de mer, cooked in parchment paper with local vegetables. Oh, she served it with 2 champagnes to taste the difference. One was a 2001 and one was a 2011.
With such kind of wine, you are traveling. It's like
yes,
you have things happening in your mouth. You know, with the first, it's more simple. It's not adventurous.
Yes.
With this one, it's more like. Wait a minute. First impression, second impression, third impression, and the finish at the end. You look. Here it was. It's me.
Then she served veal, which is one of my favorite things of all time. And her sauce, was succulent.
Wow! Powerful! Yes, yes, yes!
And she served this veal with 2 champagnes. One was a 2005 oaked, and one was a 1998 unoaked. That is so good.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect combination. 98 with veal and mushroom.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for this most extraordinary meal.
Naturally.
Naturally? Okay, it really is blowing my mind in every way and completely a food bliss moment. But I need to know, in Champagne, what is the most important thing when pairing food and wine?
So you can spend nice moments with your friends. With a glass of champagne, life is much better.
So much better. Cheers. Thank you for everything. So much better. Oh, welcome. So much better. Last night, every dish was truly made better with champagne. This is my first fully champagne meal. I've never had one that has, what if we had 6 champagnes? I mean, come on. For every part of the meal? I have to do this from now on. I'm so grateful to Sophie and her family for hosting us. I hope you learned a little something about champagne and champagne pairing. Thanks for watching.